Here we go. Here we go. Victory Formation Podcast. I'm Prescott. That's Eddie. Eddie, say what's up to our two fans that's out there.
200, 2,000.
That's what I
Hey,
meant.
we did get to 200 subscriptions, which is pretty amazing for a smaller podcast like us without
Yeah.
any push so people are just finding us organically, which is really nice. So it's late. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. It's good to see you this week. Getting closer to draft time, so we have some free agency trade news. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the mock draft and things of that nature. But we got any NFL news that we want to talk about this week?
Oh man. Probably just like the biggest winners and losers so far.
And like free agency and trades and stuff.
Yeah. Like to me, if I had to pick one biggest winner, I would say it's Daniel Jones. Like, so this guy, man, he was playing out of his mind. He was playing out of his mind. Like, he had them on the way to the playoffs, hit Pro Bowl, then he tore his knee up. And what really tripped me out was that the Colts have no leverage. When they had zero leverage in this, all they had was either Anthony Richardson or go for some older, the Tuas or Kyler Murray's or whatever. And so far, Jones been playing better. And the good thing about a quarterback, he's athletic. He can run, but he's not a running quarterback. He was killing them with his arm. I mean, he would, break out and get a few yards if needed, but he wasn't one that depended on his legs. So this injury, which is a terrible injury, is not a death sentence for quarterbacks like it would be for a DB or a wide receiver or a running back. So he can come back a lot quicker and still be almost as effective. Even if he's 80% of what he was last year, he's still better than a lot of other quarterbacks. So he made out like gangbusters. He's going to get $50 million this year. $50 million. And that's insane. And they just got, they didn't just get, but they had to send 2 first rounders for Sauce Gardner, so they're kind of stuck. They can't go draft some studs in the first round because they don't have their next 2 first rounders. Kind of like how Green Bay did with their first 2 rounders. They don't have them, so I think he's the out and out winner. Did you have any winners? You think the Ravens, like you said?
Well, I didn't really talk. I didn't really think of like player wise who's the winner and loser. I was thinking more like team wise, and I think if you go down like team wise, biggest winners and losers, I think the Raiders. Sorry, Ravens, Raiders. I think the Raiders were the biggest winners of free agency. They won because they spent a lot of money. I think they spent over like $240 million on some new contracts, but they really dug in and changed their team through free agency, and ended up with the best pass rusher in the league as well. On top of it, by getting Crosby back. So, and we'll talk a little bit about that whole situation too. But with the Raiders, totally changed their outlook and their season outlook. If you want to talk about who the biggest winner on the Raiders was, I think it was their incoming rookie quarterback, knowing that they are going to draft him.
Mendoza.
Him coming into a position like night and day. If he were to be drafted coming into the team where it was last year compared to what he's coming into right now, night and day. So I think like his career, his projection of his career, I think is a winner. Loser wise, I mean, you can't go. I think that the Ravens are big losers. I think that Cleveland was a loser, and there's teams that hit and missed on a few things here and there, but the Ravens really, I think needed something, and I think they got a pass rusher, but they got a pass rusher. They paid him a lot of money, and he doesn't make tackles on the in the run game. So if you're going to pay him $35 million for 10 sacks a year,
man, he better be getting like 18. Yeah, he better be getting like 18 sacks.
Yeah, I mean, you might also be, putting that money towards, offensive coordinators have to game plan for him now and shit. But still, he's not what he was 2 years ago. So that's my opinion on that.
I would say the biggest loser was the Miami Dolphins. Maybe they can borrow some money from the Ravens, because they have $175 million in dead cap charges after they traded Jalen Waddle. The biggest of it is, yes, Tua. He broke the record. $99 million in dead money. Granted, it's spread out over 2 years, but $56 million of that will come when he gets cut. They're going to designate him a June 1st, so he's going to. So it's going to be a little bit less than what it could be if they did cut him before June 1st. So $99 million is bad enough. That's crazy.
The record before that was Watson, and then Wilson.
Russell Wilson. Yeah, Wilson with the Denver Broncos.
Time frame it. Watson was first,
yeah.
and
I see what you're saying.
And then Wilson.
I see what you're saying.
And now we're looking at what Tua, and that really just has to do with dead money being pushed forward. So like if the Eagles do this with Hurts, they're going to be like $180 million.
Yeah.
So I mean that was a point. The Miami,
but the players that the players the Dolphins are getting rid of, they're like really like big name players. Like it's Tua, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Ramsey, Minkah Fitzpatrick, Bradley Chubb, Teron Armstead, Zach Wilson, and all this $175 million. I'm like, but they got rid of all these players to. It's crazy.
You had to do it. You had to get rid of Tua's contract. There's no way you could. It was handcuffing you. Tyreek's hurt. He's not going to play for a half of the year. So you had to get rid of his $25 million contract, whatever that was. And then like the two pass rushers that they got rid of, they had to. I mean, Chubb was not producing for that contract either. I mean, it was a matter of, we just got to get this done, and then we're going to be good in like 2 years. I mean, I think that's what the Dolphins.
Yep. And they traded Jalen Phillips as well. He doesn't have any dead money hit, but they traded him too. It's like they're doing a full rebuild. I envision them being one of the worst teams in the league. A-Chain, man, he's going to be sad.
That was that meme that I sent in yesterday where he was like Will Smith standing in the the Fresh Prince. So like, who's gonna need me now? But he was all by himself. Everybody's gone. Everybody's gone from that team.
The only good thing about the Dolphins right now is they have like 5 picks in the first 3 rounds, something like that. It's crazy. They're one of 4 teams that have 2 picks in the first round. It's the Dolphins, the Jets, the Browns, the Chiefs, and us, the Cowboys.
That's like, and I know that I think that was a silver lining. Like, oh my goodness, look at least we have this. But Jesus, I mean, what do you want to do that? They don't even have enough money to sign anybody.
Yeah. So it's like they're gonna be counting on those rookies to play immediately. So they got to hit on at least 3 of those picks.
Too many holes. Miami's not going to be a team until like 28.
I don't think so either, man.
Next thing we wanted to talk about was the details that came out today of what happened during Maxx Crosby's interaction with the actual Ravens. I don't know if you guys saw that with the video. He was on a podcast talking to someone about what happened. He said that what did he say? When he got there, there was a dead body in the building.
Body in the hotel.
They couldn't get into it, and they finally got out. Then it took them like 2.5 hours to drive through the traffic because the Ravens set the time up during like prime time instead of doing it early in the day. Finally got in there.
Yeah. And then the leaders didn't come meet him. It's like, imagine
what he said
you get a new job and none of the bosses come see you.
Yeah, keep cutting me out from under. Okay, so what he said was his family took 5.5 hours to fly there, then 2.5 hours to drive there, and for somebody to not even introduce themselves when he got there and like it was just business as usual. Oh yeah, Mr. Crosby, they'll need you in the doctor's office. Like usually, what like a bigger free agent, somebody meets you out the door, defensive coordinator gives you a hug, daps you up, here. Meet these guys. Look at these. Look at my daughter on my phone. Anything, but it didn't happen this way. He went through all that. I have a feeling, and a lot of writers have the feeling that the Ravens knew this from the jump. They knew that they were going to fail him. That's why they put him through the examination first. Yeah. And I think it's just shitty. It really is. The Ravens need to be.
It really was bad.
Investigated.
Losers.
Lose some picks or something. Something has
losers
to happen.
Losers in free agency. That's them, man. So what else? What's going on?
And then Colts. The Colts did something that a lot of teams haven't done. It's only been done a couple times. The Colts signed a predominantly a basketball player. They signed a Notre Dame basketball star, Carson Tout. Big boy. I think we were mentioning it before. I think you gave me a couple of examples of people that have done this before that were successful, but it hasn't been successful since. So who were those examples? I forgot.
So I'd say Tony Gonzalez was one of the first ones. He was the first basketball player, that made it. Like, not highly touted football player, but like, man, I can play basketball. And normally it only works as tight ends.
The thing about Tony Gonzalez was, if you go back and read his story, because I was a big Cal fan back then, coming from the Bay Area, Tony Gonzalez was a football player, and they asked him to play basketball. Like, the coach went and recruited him from the football team. That usually doesn't happen. Usually the football coach goes and recruits the other way, the basketball player, right? So there's a couple other examples.
Antonio Gates was one. So those are the two Hall of Famers that did it. And it just so happened that in the beginning, when they first started this, it was successful. So then teams just started thinking, hey, we can do this. But then it seemed like after those two, like nobody really hit. Like maybe Jimmy Graham from the Saints. He wasn't a Hall of Famer, but I mean, he was a touchdown catching machine. But after those three, I don't think anybody panned out like that was a basketball player that became football player.
The most famous one that didn't, I think, is LeBron, right? Because they said his career was like, if LeBron would have chose football, then he would have been a star in football. And if you look at it, it makes sense. You have a background in basketball. These guys are power forwards. So what is their specialty? Boxing out, getting the rebound. I mean, what does a tight end do? They're going to body somebody on the line.
Run to the goal line and turn around. That's it.
Get up and get the rebound, right? I mean, that's what a real red zone threat is somebody that can get up above somebody. So I think
he wasn't better than the GOAT.
They're looking for.
He wasn't better than the GOAT, Rico Gathers.
Rico.
Yeah.
Oh man, remember when?
I thought that guy was going to be a star.
Who was the other guy? Who was the other guy that we traded to? Martellus Bennett. Martellus Bennett was a basketball player too at Texas A&M.
But he was actually a good tight end.
Remember when he bodied that linebacker from the Bears the first practice?
Yeah, he was good. Man. He didn't blow up until he left and went to the Patriots, and that's when he got really good.
Bears.
Like,
went to the Bears first.
I'm sorry, the Bears. Yeah. So no, I'm sorry. His brother played for the Patriots. But it was when Jason Witten was at the height of his powers, and Jason Witten just didn't come off the field. He never let any young tight ends get any shine, and Martellus Bennett just happened to be behind a Hall of Famer.
That tight end too on Dallas has always been like a almost good.
Yeah.
Blake Jarwin, Gavin Escobar,
Dalton Schultz,
Bennett, Schultz. Yeah, because he was behind Witten, so he was, and then he moved into one, and that's when we lost the first guy that I mentioned.
And now Ferguson.
Ferg's still tight. I think he's tight end one. I mean, Ferg is really good.
Yeah,
People don't give him what Ferg doesn't get the the flowers that he really deserves.
He does.
Because when and that same thing with Schultz. Schultz didn't get the flowers either until he left.
He didn't.
People were like, oh my
he was
God.
one of the ones I was sad to leave. I wanted him to stay, but Ferg was an up and comer, so I see why they did it, and it still worked out for both sides. But I like Schultz.
Jarwin, Jake. That's who I was talking about. Jarwin and was the other guy. So that I think that's pretty much all NFL news. I did mention and did want to talk with you a little bit about this new. I think it's kind of new. I haven't really seen it too much in the last decade or 20 years. Is that NFL teams are now trying to pair wide receiver ones with another wide receiver one. I mean, it didn't used to be like that, right? We didn't have enough cap. We didn't have enough money. You couldn't afford to pay two wide receivers, but NFL teams are now doing that. They're trading for.
Yep.
They're doing the Cincinnati Bengals. They're doing what we did. They're doing what the Vikings did a couple years ago. With that,
so just to give people an idea, like the top three duos they have right now, they got Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. They're number one. Number two is Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams. And then they have us at three, CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens. 4 is Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jameson Williams. And 5 is A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. And then some other, lesser-known ones are Jackson Smith and Jigba and Cooper Kupp. Cortland Sutton, Jalen Waddle now, Michael Pittman, DK Metcalf, Nico Collins, Jaden Higgins. So they're getting kind of iffy like after 5, but those top 5 duos are pretty stout.
The Seattle one, I mean, with Cooper Kupp, he was a 1, right?
He will, yeah.
But I'm not.
He's not a 1 anymore. But
yeah, exactly. It's getting a little long in the tooth. But like the Eagles, I think that they're successful, but I wouldn't think that the little guy was a wide receiver 1. I don't think if he went to any NFL team, he'd be a 1 anywhere. But
yeah, I think I think so. But I think the two ahead of us, are legit. When Chase and T. Higgins are healthy, they're electric. And then Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams were crazy last year.
Nakua's good.
I don't feel. Yeah,
Dante,
he is.
Dante is getting a little old, in my opinion. Like
he did pretty good when Nacua was hurt last year. So that's why I said I don't feel slighted because those two duos are ahead of us. I think that's still legit.
It's almost like what Pickens did when CD was a little bit hurt. Right?
Exactly. Yeah, he went off. Game. Yeah. Man, he went off. So
that's pretty much all the just random NFL news that we have. We have a little bit of Cowboys news to get through.
Yep. So what do you got for us?
But we just wanted to update some of the free agency and trades that happened in the last week, and talk a little bit about some of the needed positions that we still haven't addressed. And then talk a little bit about our backup quarterback battle, which was just created, which is actually exciting. Last year they just handed Joe Milton and they said, "Oh, you're going to be the quarterback. You're going to be the backup quarterback no matter what." This year there's going to actually be a battle now that we traded for Sam Howell from the Eagles.
Yeah. As much as I like Joe Milton, I think Sam Howell's going to win that. He's a really good quarterback. People been sleeping on him. He's really good. Unless something happened to him, like he had like a shoulder injury where he lost his fastball or something. As long as he's not injured, he's really good.
Yeah. I think it puts somebody in a position where, like, if Dak did go down and he needed to have somebody that could carry the team for a couple games.
I would be okay with Howell.
I agree. I 100% agree. So that's one. Some of the needed positions that we didn't address, and please, in the chat, please let us know anything that we haven't talked about. But some of the positions that we didn't attack in free agency right away, linebacker screams at me. Right?
I don't think we got a single one, did we?
Well, we got Gray. Gray is an outside linebacker. Defensive end.
Gary.
He's gonna play.
Yeah.
I mean Gary.
Yeah.
I didn't mean Gray.
Yeah.
Gary. He's gonna.
In my mind, I had him
linebacker.
down as DE. So, but yeah, and In our defense, he will.
But yeah, linebackers. We didn't address it. So right now, the linebacker room is Agent Zero, Overshawn, Shamar James, Maris Leafau, and who else? I mean, Gary, and that's it.
Man, you're right. Let me see.
I mean, if I think about any other linebackers that we have on our team, I think that they are showing Isaiah Land as an outside linebacker now, not a defensive end. They're kind of changing his position a little bit, which, hey, we didn't get to see very much. And you know what I found out today about him was he played 3 snaps last year, 3, and got an $11,000 playing bonus because of how good he did on those 3 plays.
I don't understand how they figure that out, but they have Ezeraku, Sam Williams, and James Houston considered linebackers.
Ezeraku. Why do well, Houston's not on our team anymore. I mean, these are all people that he should have an asterisk next to him, right?
Nah, Houston's still on there.
James Houston, we haven't signed him. He's a free agent this year.
Is he a free agent? Oh, I thought because they still got him on the yeah, you're right. Because Tyrus Wheat is showing on here, and I know he's not on the team. No, we did sign him.
No, we did sign him. We just signed him.
Yeah, we did sign him.
That's one thing too. Is he might be. If they don't move him into interior line, they might have to line him up as a linebacker too, which is kind of weird. But
I can go through. Hold on, let me give a quick rundown of what they've done this offseason. Just a quick rundown.
Yeah, run through.
So first thing they did, running back. They signed Javonte. And that was February 21st. February 27th, they hit Pickens with the tag. March 4th, they did all the restructures, the ones we knew were coming. Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, Tyler Smith. They got $66 million in cap relief. That was like one of the worst cap secrets, but we knew that was coming. Then March 6th was the Mad Max near miss, where we almost got Maxx Crosby. We just wouldn't bump it up to 2 first. We said, nope, it's got to be a first and a second. And then that's when Baltimore said, nope, 2 firsts. And so it went over there. The very next day was the fake rumors of Brandon Aubrey saying he wanted $10 million a year and him getting on there. It's like, I never said that. And then on the first week of free agency, we traded for Gary. And that was on March 9th. Then we signed Jalen Thompson. This is the first time since Brandon Carr that we got somebody where they cost more than $10 million. Because we signed Brandon Carr for five years, $50 million. This Jalen Thompson guy is 3 years, $32 million, I think. It's the first time since Brandon Carr in 2012 we spent more than $10 million per year on an outside free agent.
On Gary, we I think he signed when we traded him and we restructured his contract. He has 2 more years left.
He took a pay cut and it dropped down to $16 million a year. I saw that story.
Yep.
So he took a little pay cut for us, which was good. I don't know how they talked him into that.
They gave him a bonus. I think they gave it to him in a bonus too.
Oh yeah, and then the Terrence Steele restructuring where they decided that they're not going to cut him, which that was out of all the things we did, that was the most surprising. I was 99% sure we were going to cut him. So to keep him, I'm not saying he's a bad player, just he's just not good for the money that they're paying. But since they restructured everything and got it down, I guess it's okay.
I agree with you. I mean, we talked about that all from the moment the season ended. Was we're gonna release him. I mean, he was the first guy that we said we're gonna release him post June 1st to get all that cap savings. And what they did, I read something about it yesterday. They didn't just like restructure, re-sign, like they rewrote his whole contract.
Yeah,
they rewrote everything.
Like ripped it up and made another one.
Ripped it up and they created a whole nother one. And they said, if you don't like this, we're just going to release you. And I mean, it made a whole lot of sense because it did save us quite a bit.
Because I think in his eyes, it's less money than what he made, and also his agent was realistic. You're not going to get this on the market, so this will probably be the best deal. Plus, I don't know how he feels because some players like where they play. Like, man, I love Dallas, so I'll stay for a little bit less instead of going to Green Bay for maybe $1 million more. Like, yeah, I'll stay here. So it might have been one of those. I'm just guessing. But then the last 2 things were more reinforcements in the secondary. We got PJ Locke, the safety, and then we got Kobe Durant from the Rams. And then the very last thing was on the 11th, the defensive interior remodel, where we traded Osa for a 3rd-round pick, traded Solomon Thomas and a 7th-round pick to move up like 3 spots in the 7th round. And so that was the last thing that they did. So that's where we're at. Those are all the moves, the big moves. And then there was like little stuff we did, like only Cowboys fans care about. Like we re-signed Tyrus Wheat. We put a transition tag on like who was that other person?
Well, we re-signed Bass yesterday.
Bass,
we put a transition tag. We put the 2nd round, whatever that thing is called,
at the very beginning, a few weeks ago, and then they officially
we
signed
put that on him, and we put it on Aubrey. We haven't signed Aubrey, but we did sign Bass yesterday, which is nice because he is a very young, very, very talented offensive lineman. So a lot of actual writers say that we did that move yesterday because we're going to trade him, and a lot of people are like, "Wow, why are you going to trade Bass?" Because we signed that center from San Francisco like 4 days ago.
Yeah.
So it kind of gives us some play into it. And if Bass is young and can play, and now he's signed on a good contract, we might be able to trade him for something good. Yeah.
Matt Hennessy.
And we sang that Hennessy song last time.
Yeah. So that's where we're at. So now it's just gearing up for the draft. It's still like the 2 biggest things right now that should be the focus by the front office besides the draft is trying to sign Pickens and try to sign Aubrey. Those 2 things are the top needs. Of course.
Find a vet linebacker for us, please. Find a vet linebacker. Just find one.
So
just sign somebody. Okeraki's out there just like waving his hands. Please,
all the ones we wanted were just too expensive. So I can understand them not signing it, but we need one. They might see how it looks after the draft.
And then the last couple things, Cowboy wise, and with this focus on, the way that Dallas works, everybody says, when we get new defensive coordinators, we kind of let them have the run of everything. Start, what do you need? Let's focus on them. We're really focusing on the defense. I think what a couple writers said, offense is going to be running it back like from last year. Basically, there's not going to be too many new faces on the offensive side of the ball unless something happens with Pickens or, something happens draft day wise where we're trading anybody. But I don't think that we're going to really focus on any of the big offensive prospects in the draft, to be honest.
And that's crazy.
Unless somebody falls to us and says, why not draft him here?
Yeah.
Right?
Sam Howell is our only person on offense that we really signed. Like everybody else, Sam Howell and Matt Hennessy, those are only 2 people that we really picked up. And none of them, hopefully they don't have a big part in the, because I mean, if they have a big part, that means Cooper Beebe got hurt or Dak got hurt. So hopefully we never see either one of those guys. So if they do that, they really are running the offense back and just going by what we had last year.
With they released Tolbert too. So I mean, Tolbert's definitely going to be on our team this year.
Yeah.
So
but Flournoy kind of took his spot last year. So we're losing Tolbert, but not really in a very big contribution role like he had the year before when he caught like 7 touchdowns.
I thought our wide receiver room is night and day from what we thought it was last year, right? I mean, going into this year, it's a strength on our team right now, and it's only going to get better. Flournoy is only going to get better. We also have those UDFAs that we signed from last year.
Well, we have Mingo. We still have Jonathan Mingo. We have Paris Campbell, and we have Trayshawn Holden.
I'm talking about Trayshawn Holden. That's the guy from Oregon that we signed, and then I'm really looking forward to him.
Yeah, and then on top of that, so those are the backup guys. The main guys are Lamb, Pickens, Flournoy, and Turpin. Those are the top 4, and then we have Mingo, Campbell, Holden, and then that's it. But
I bet you this year, I think Turpin takes a step back in the offense. I don't think that we try to push him as much as we tried to last year.
I think so too.
One of those receivers, either in the last 2 that you had mentioned, Mingo's got to do something.
I'm gonna die on the Mingo hill. we can't waste a 4th round on this guy and not, man, I'm gonna die on the Mingo Hill. I think he's gonna him and Flournoy are gonna put up similar stats because they're gonna be interchangeable.
All right. I will definitely love that because I'm looking forward every single time. You and I both were really hooked on seeing him at least produce, and we saw him in the preseason and at the end of the year getting But the year before, I mean, he was
consistency,
getting
man.
balls thrown at yeah. We'll see. And then the last thing Cowboy wise is, a lot of our coaches and our assistant coaches and specialty coaches are all pro days this last week and have scheduled this week. I think there was a mention of what teams we actually are going to the Pro Bowl or to their pro days. I think
go to the one where our coaches coached at. Go to those ones.
It was Arkansas, Clemson, Georgia Southern, Georgia Tech, Illinois, Kentucky, Oklahoma, San Diego State, USC, and Wisconsin are all teams that we've scheduled pro day events to go to. And our coaches are at Clemson, Kentucky, and USC. So if we look into that, the weird thing about it is Kentucky has 3 interior offensive linemen that are going to be drafted this year. Pretty much nothing else. And I think they have like a safety that maybe, but that's weird. Are we really going to watch interior offensive linemen? So,
could be.
But we did see the workout of the Clemson defensive lineman the other day. I'm still a little bit.
What about the DB?
The DB, well, he's not. He couldn't do anything at his pro day.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he got hurt.
Hurt his hamstring.
Right. That's right. Yeah, that's right.
I think the reason why we win is the 2 defensive linemen. We work both of them out. One's a D tackle, and one's a D end. So we'll see how that works out. But it's always exciting because that the pro days and the 30-day visits are how we focus our draft forward.
Yeah.
So when
our 30-day visits usually tell, like, we usually get half of our draft picks from the 30 visits.
I don't understand why NFL teams don't say, "Hey, who the Cowboys? Who do they have visit?" Because they're going to draft half of those guys. Might as well focus on some of them. But other than that, I think that's pretty much all the Cowboy and NFL news that we have.
That's it. Let's do some drafting.
Our next thing is that we are actually going to do our mock draft today. We're going to do a quick PFN 7-round, no trades.
No trades.
Straight up. Pop up. You don't even look at it. Think of it as the server came over and she's got some ample bosom, and your wife's looking at you like you better not be looking at those trades.
Oh man, don't look at the trades.
So I'm gonna share the screen here, and we're gonna get started on that. So let's go ahead, pull these up.
Give me some good names, man. Give me some good names.
So here we are. So you can see this, right? Can you see this?
Nah, now I can. Yep. If you can zoom in some more, zoom in some more.
I can't really zoom in much.
Okay. Nah, but then it's all right. If you can, it's all good.
So I have it set up to where we are. It's all 7 rounds. We're going to go quick, and we're not going to do any trades. So we're just going to go ahead and resume the draft and let it pick till 12. So now we're up, and these are the players that are available to us right now. So it looks like, if we do go up and see who was, I can't really see it.
Take that. Decline that trade offer.
Where is that? I can't really see.
Hide
it. There we go.
Yeah.
All right. So these are the guys that got drafted. Downs went right away.
Downs at 2. That's crazy.
I don't know how I chose the consensus. I mean, Bailey's gone. Reese is gone. You would think Reese would go second. Kane is gone. So okay. So this is who we would have probably focused on was Mansour Delane.
Yeah, that's who I would have said to get.
we would think that this tackle would be gone, as well as this tackle might be gone. So let's go ahead and focus on what usually what I would say right here is trade back. But I
We do
think
need a
that we
wide
should
receiver.
draft Terrell, cornerback from Clemson, because what our focus is right now is what we need. We need corners, we need defensive ends, and linebackers. In my opinion,
Yeah.
do you agree?
I think so too. Yeah. If
So
if
the best,
if a better linebacker was there, I'd have took him before I took Terrell. But I don't see a better linebacker.
and the way that I'm looking at it this way, and it could be, I'm just looking at mock draft wise. I don't think the board might fall this way. So if we like CJ Allen, like I think we really do, we might have to go for him at 12 instead of trying to get him at 20.
And we have an inside man too. We have an inside man on the coaching staff who, if he's worth getting, will convince us to get him.
100%. But let's go ahead and get Terrell right now for this example, because he is of need.
Someone took him. I just saw it.
Look at that. So
Buccaneers.
Obviously, yeah, I would say I would love to take this trade because it's only moving up 4, and we get a 70.
And you get that. Ooh, I definitely would have taken that.
Yeah, it looks like
we have rules. We have rules.
It looks like the Bucks drafted CJ, so now we kind of
2 picks after us too.
We're gonna have to kind of figure out what we're gonna do. If we were really thinking about
that guy from Auburn,
moving,
you like him?
I really don't like him too much. He's not my favorite.
Okay.
I know that he's been projected to us a lot.
I've heard some good stuff about him. Yeah.
Tell me what you've heard, because
not just that he would be a pretty good, just be a pretty good end in this particular system. 6'6", 270
at end. It's just I'm not a big fan
to be an outside linebacker. Be pretty good.
Yeah, I'm not the. I mean, if you want to, we can pick him. You can override my pick on that, but in my opinion,
you're the draft guy.
In my opinion, I'd rather go for one of the Clemson guys, like Peter Woods or T.J. Parker.
I don't watch college football. I don't know. I was just saying. I just heard good stuff about him. If you the one that actually knows, so I always defer to you.
So we did lose Osa. We did it for a reason. I think we need to replace his presence on that.
We did. We got Otito from the Jackson 5.
But we do need somebody else because Otito plays a different
like the nose
than yeah.
I
was thinking more along the lines of Peter Woods or Tate. And let's go ahead and pick Peter Woods.
You're right, because we have Quinnen, Otito, and Kenny. Those would be like the starters. And after that, all we have is Tyrus Wheat and Jay Toya. Those only 2 left. So picking another one. So picking another one wouldn't be out the realm of possibility. But he's got to be a blue chipper. We taking him that high.
Exactly. So right now, what we've done is we've selected a cornerback and a defensive lineman or defensive end, no matter where we put Peter Woods. So now we're looking at trying to focus on linebacker, trying to find somebody.
Now let's
maybe
plug some holes. Yeah, let's plug some holes.
This was a pick that we didn't have.
Yeah.
This was a pick that we didn't have.
This is the San Francisco pick.
This was for our trade. So
I like
right now, this is what's left. This is what we have left. Deontay Lawson, linebacker from Alabama, he matches the middle linebacker form of what we
need
want,
one.
but I just don't think that he has.
Because right now, who's our middle linebacker?
Look down through this list. Samar James.
We got
If we started right now, it'd be Samar James. But I just wanted to look through real quick and see what linebackers are available. So
Can
we
you
got
filter it by linebacker?
So Deontay Lawson, Kyle Lewis is being projected to us a couple of different ways. Harold Perkins, I just don't think he has the size. He's more of an outside linebacker.
They were talking about him today.
We missed out on both linebackers that I thought we would get. I thought we would try to grab Rodriguez from Texas Tech too, but he got picked. So let's just go ahead and draft I'm going to go ahead and go with Kyle Lewis because he's been projected to us. He's a 6 foot 225. Look at his raw score 910. We know that we like this. That just means that his athletic score, he's making plays on the field all the time.
9.1.
15,
RAS score is pretty
15
high.
and a half tackles for loss, 7 sacks, 101 tackles. I mean, pretty good. So let's go ahead and pick him up.
Let's do it.
So now
I heard a lot of good stuff. I heard a lot of good stuff about Harold Perkins. No, I don't know anything about him. I just heard a lot of stuff. I mean, well, I know about him because he's from LSU, but they said that some kind of injury kind of knocked him kind of low, but he's gone now. He went to the Chiefs right there.
I liked him a couple of years ago when he was a freshman because he jumped right out on the field as like an edge rusher that could get to the quarterback. And then when they changed coaches, something happened and they moved him around all over the place.
Yeah. So
last year
I listened to a podcast yesterday, and Nick Harris was on talking with Brian Broderson, and he said he'd been following him since he was at like one of those camps before college. So when they had him as a rushing linebacker, he was phenomenal. When they had him, but he couldn't leave yet. He was an underclassman, and they had him like top 10 mock drafts. But then when the new coaching staff came in, they moved him to more of an off linebacker. So he still was good, but he wasn't as destructive as he was as a rusher. So that's why he kind of fell, and that's why he was still available at 92 because of that. And then he got injured, but then so Nick Harris, he said he would be thrilled if he picked him at 92. So that's why I trusted. But I don't mind this Kyle guy. Dude's named Kyle kind of freaked me out, but I'll take a.
So we've drafted 3 guys. These are our picks left. So we're at 112 right now. In my opinion, right now this is where we're going to start getting into best player available
BPA
at this point.
Yeah, it's just really it's no longer any necessarily we have to get a specific position, but we want to look and be like, all right, who is the best player on the top of our board still left? And hopefully this is where somebody this is where our scouts shine, to where we see somebody who this guy should have been a second rounder, but we didn't think he was going to last. We like somebody better, but somehow he fell to the 4th, or he should have been a 3rd round. And he fell to the 4th. So let's pick him up. So this is where those type of guys come in. Exactly. The best example of that is Dak. A lot of people thought Dak should have went 2nd or 3rd round, but if you remember, he got a DUI right before the draft, and that made him drop to the 4th round. And so that's how we ended up lucking into him. So hopefully we can find a player like that. But as long as we don't do any red shirt guys who, he's going to miss the first half of the season, or he's not going to play this year. Don't do that in the first 4 rounds. After the 4 rounds, then we can do that like 5, 6, 7, but not in the first 4 rounds.
When we were drafting Dak, we didn't need a backup quarterback.
We did.
He just fell
we
to
had Kellen Moore.
Yeah. He was farther. I mean, Romo was a franchise quarterback at the moment.
Yeah.
It just happened that he got injured in that offseason. So it just all happened.
It was no they thought Romo had at least 2-3 good years in him. So that's why they were trying to get a quarterback to sit behind Romo. So by the time Romo was done, that quarterback would already be 2-3 years in, to where he knew the system and everything. So that was the plan. But they almost messed it up by getting Paxton Lynch in the 1st round and really messing it up. I'm glad somebody out Jerry.
That was the Broncos. Thank you. So right now, if we look at the list of available players right now, BPA wise, if you look at our needs right now, our needs are really that really stand out. Linebacker, I think running back. In my opinion, running back. I think tight end.
I think so too.
We don't need to say we have end. 6.
I didn't think about that.
We have 6 safeties on our squad, on our team right now. I don't think we're going to draft a safety.
We don't need safety. We don't need safety. We don't need cornerback anymore.
We already drafted a cornerback. We can draft another one if he pops up later that makes any sense. But I don't think we're going to draft cornerback.
I would say running back or linebacker.
Yeah.
Is what I would go for.
So right now right now I'm looking at what this list shows me is a couple running backs, a cornerback, and a tight end.
Did a Jeremiah Love fall this far? Is he still on the board?
No, Jeremiah Love got drafted probably in the first 10. I think he went right away, didn't he? I mean, we can look.
He should be up there. There he is, 5 to the Giants. Yeah, the Giants. He's been mocked to the Giants a lot. Almost every mock I've seen has him going to the Giants, and that really makes me sad because I don't want him to go to the Giants because I like him as a player.
Giants offense is going to be ridiculous, and Dart's just one year better. So in this position right here, there's a couple of running backs that stand out to me. Emmett Johnson's he was a combine freak. Katron Allen, the Penn State running backs, both of them, they could have come out last year and been one of the top running backs that drafted. This guy, Dalen Everett, is a cornerback from Georgia. We have his coach on our team. If I watched the combine and the drills that he performed, I don't think I've ever seen a cornerback with smooth hips like he did when he was doing the snake drill. It was ridiculous, and he's tall. So I mean, I wouldn't be mad if we drafted him, but we drafted a cornerback first. Same thing with Takario Davis. This is another really big cornerback, 6'4", 200 pounds.
That's crazy.
6'4"
for a cornerback is
9'7", bro. This is ridiculous. So I'm thinking that we would maybe draft maybe a running back or a tight end here. I am a huge fan. This guy right here, Jack Endries, is one of my pet cats. Shout out to one of my buddies, Brian Goodell, back in California. He coached Jack at Monte Vista High School. He was just a baller in high school. He went to Cal out of high school, and he was an All-American. He transferred to Texas, and it just didn't work out last year. I think
So what does our Texas our Texas guy think about him in the Discord?
But they love him. Every time I put him up, I mean, Moss and
Moss
and Troy both love him. So I mean, 6'5", 245. Look at the RAS on him. I think this is something that we would take a shot at him. So I'm going to go ahead and draft Jack in.
Let's do it. We still have for the people who can't think at the top of their head, we have Jake Ferguson. We still have Luke Schoonmaker. He actually came on pretty good last year. We have Brevin Spanford, and then we have Princeton Fant. Those are our tight ends right now.
If we didn't touch anybody this year, we didn't draft a tight end or bring anybody in, I feel like Brevin Spanford is going to play over Shoemaker this year.
Oh yeah, that's 100% for sure. Because I think at this point, Jerry's done with we drafted this guy with a high draft pick, so he has to play. I think he's done with that.
Second round draft.
Let the best player play at this point.
I agree. All right, so now we're drafting 152. We've drafted. We filled some holes and we reached on the
We're
tight
at projects
end.
now. We're at projects.
So now I'm looking at maybe filling some gaps. The running backs are still there. If we want to look at running backs here, let's take a look at what running backs are available. I did see that Indiana running back, Kalen Black. I don't know if you know anything about this kid.
I do not.
But he's kind of like that guy, like an underdog. People have been always saying that other players are better than him. But if you watch that Indiana team last year, he was irreplaceable. He ran with a Pacheco-like frenzy, right? You know what I'm talking about when like a Scatabo, like you don't want to hit this guy next play because your head's still ringing from the
what is he?
That he gave you.
208, 5'10", 208. So Jadon Blue is 5'9", 196. So he's like 1 inch shorter and about 10 pounds lighter.
This guy, in my opinion, I've watched this guy play. This guy is a running back. Jadon Blue is a third down, throw me the ball.
Yeah. Dave Meggett.
Yeah, kind of guy. Yeah, that's what type of back he is. I'm thinking this would be a really valuable pick to pick him up here. So I'm going to go ahead and draft him here.
And let's go. Let's
Can't have
go.
too many good running backs.
Let's do it.
So
What about the Israel guy? Is he still on the team?
Ibanaconda, he is still on the
Yeah.
team. We didn't put a whole bunch of money in on him either. So I think that I think it's just going to be on the practice squad unless
Is
something
Malik
happens in
Davis
the
gone,
offseason.
or is he still on the roster?
No, Malik Davis is our backup running back right now, 100%.
Okay. Yeah. So Javonte, Malik, Jadon Blue, and Israel. So those are 4, and then we have the fullback.
And we have
Maffa, Phil Maffa. I forgot about him.
Maffa and Blue played in that last game of the year.
Actually, showed and he looked something. Good. Yeah, it looked good.
Yeah. So let's go ahead. So now we're at 177. We kind of have back-to-back picks. We have 177 and 180 here. Price Sock is that really big corner that I was talking about from Washington. Look at that Raz. Oh yeah, 9'9", bro.
I remember. So like, what's wrong with him? I remember because his name is Ephesians.
His first name, right?
Bible.
Yeah, exactly.
So what's wrong with him? Man, he has he's athletic, he's tall. Like what's wrong with him? Why is he all the way down here?
I'm thinking that something happened. If we read into this, I think it's probably something happened in 2025. Either it was an injury or something happened.
Yeah.
I mean, he was playing opposite of Tacario Davis, really big cornerback too over there. But Price Sock, look at this: 33-inch arms, wingspan over 80 inches, runs a 4.45. I mean, this is a no-brainer right here. So let's go ahead and grab him.
If whatchamacallit was here, if Pete Carroll was here, the Legion of Boom would have drafted him quick, like in the 3rd round.
Yeah. If he didn't go to Washington too, because
and it's right there really too, Seattle. Yeah.
All right, so now we're at 180. I think we only have like 2 or 3 more picks. Right now, I think we'd probably get either an offensive lineman or help the defense somehow. If we're looking at Tyreek Sapp, gives us an edge rusher. We can always draft a quarterback here, but no, we signed Sam.
Nah, we don't need a quarterback. Like, I don't think they'll waste a 3rd spot on the quarterback because they're definitely going to keep one of Milton. Whoever wins the backup job, Milton or Howell, the other person's going to get released. Especially if we get another quarterback, and I don't think they want to keep 3 quarterbacks.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I believe you. I mean, I agree 100% on that. So I'm thinking right now we're looking at somebody that needs to play special teams, needs to be in some sort of rotation on this
linebacker.
Yeah, we're looking probably linebacker, tight end, some sort of defensive end. So if we're looking here, we go back to linebacker, see who's available.
I was about to say, if we don't draft a linebacker now, we definitely got to pick one up in like one of the bottom bin guys.
One of my favorite linebackers in this whole draft is Jack Kelly, but this is way too early to draft him. According to that, he's going to be a free agent if he's really ranked 239th. Yeah. So let's go ahead and draft Red Murdoch from Buffalo. He's been projected to us a couple times as well. He is 6'1", 236. Nothing real.
Man, they don't have a write-up on him. No RAS score, nothing.
I don't think really a lot of these guys are going to right now either. We can
I
hope
he takes it personal. I hope he takes it personal and be like, you know what?
Very true. Very true. So none of the safeties are worth it either. If we look at it, defensive ends. Let's go ahead and pick up Sapp.
All right, let's do it. I like big school guys.
Yeah.
Is that our last pick?
I mean, coming from a big school like Florida, one of those
we got one
bigger
more.
schools.
7th round.
Playing in front of the big. We're in the 7th round. I think we have 2 picks left. If I can remember, let's see. Nope, just 1 pick.
Nope, there's one more. Yeah, because we traded. Well, now we swapped picks.
It was 225. We picked them for you.
Yeah.
All right, so let's
Solomon
go
Thomas,
ahead.
the 7th rounder for the 7th round.
Our last guy here. This is just, I guess, it's just a throw in the wind here.
Make it good. Yeah, this is definitely a dartboard. Hopefully, because I think the last person we drafted this late that turned out to be good was what's a defensive tackle that we had? Not his name. He was really good for us. He made the Pro Bowl.
I know who you're talking about. I'm looking right at his face. I just can't think of his name. I started Jason something. All right, so this I'm thinking maybe we would try and find maybe throw some wide receiver in here somewhere. Maybe even look at kick returns, seeing if we can find somebody that makes any sense.
Jay Ratliff.
This kid,
Jay Ratliff. That was his name.
Ratliff. There it is. Jay Ratliff.
All right.
So what did I say? Jason? I meant Jay.
Yeah, you said Jason.
Close.
Jay could be short for Jason.
Was almost there.
Know. Yeah.
So yeah, let's go ahead and go ahead. I'm gonna pick this kid up, CJ Daniels. See if we can get him to return some kicks. Maybe grow our wide receiver room in. But here is the final results of our 26 mock draft. We got cornerback Avion Terrell with bloodlines from his is it an uncle or a brother?
Yeah, AJ Terrell from I think he played for the Falcons.
We got Peter Woods to replace Osa. We got Kyle Lewis, linebacker from Pittsburgh. Jack Endries, which is I believe he's going to take over one of our backup tight end spot. Kalen Black, going to produce probably in a year or so. And we got some good depth at cornerback and at wide receiver here with this draft.
Man,
wasn't my
take a picture
favorite.
of this. Take a picture of this just in case you hit on some. We can come back and brag and be like, "We told you, we told you." Yep. And then in case we're wrong, then we can just delete the picture and never bring it up again.
That works. That works for me. All right, so I'll take a picture of it. I'm gonna go ahead and stop sharing right now. But so let's get back in. Oh, I can't really see anything. Are we still up?
Might take a second. Yeah. We're still up. I see you. I see. You're still sharing.
All right, it was taking a second. So that is our mock draft. I think it wasn't my favorite. I think some of the board fell a little bit weird to us, especially linebacker-wise.
I wanted CJ, man. I wanted CJ.
I think one of those linebackers.
If we can get Terrell and CJ Allen like that would be great.
Yeah, I don't see a team jumping up to get him. Unless if we have to take him at 12, take him at 12 because CJ Allen I think is going to be the best pick that we pick.
I think so.
Other than that, the only other thing that I wanted to mention was do me a favor. Do us a favor in the comments, either on YouTube or in Reddit. Tell us what your favorite or your most hated draft pick that Dallas has ever done in your lifetime. Doesn't have to be before you. Doesn't have to, just something that you heard and you either said, "Oh my God, I can't believe we got him," or "What are we doing?" Think Taco Charlton. Think just out of the blue. Are you kidding me? Kind of draft. So just let us know either one of those. I'd like to kind of spotlight some people in the chat.
Yeah,
and kind of.
I've said several times I don't pay attention to the draft, and I let you do it. And even I knew that Taco Charlton was a bad pick in the first round of that draft. That's how bad that pick was. They must have been drunk or high or lost a bet.
I bet you one of your favorite drafts was when we drafted the corner out of LSU.
Man, Morris Claiborne, man, my nipples were so hard that day. I was like, "Woo,
were you
ready?
School?
Let's go."
You weren't in school.
No, I wasn't in school. Yeah, he was way after my time. But he's from, and not only was he from LSU, he's from Shreveport, where I grew up. He went my closest homeboy. I mean, he went to the same school, and he was all pro. Not all pro, all city in basketball, because my brother-in-law was all city the same year he was there, because he sent us a picture. My brother-in-law sent us a picture of him, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's Morris Claiborne. And I put it in the Discord too, like about 2-3 weeks ago, where it showed Morris Claiborne as all city basketball, and my brother-in-law was all city as well. But yeah, that was crazy.
Well, that's what we have this evening for for the news and for our mock draft. I hope you guys had fun and enjoyed it. If you have any suggestions on what we should do differently, please let us know. I think we just tried to. It's a little bit difficult when AI is just randomly picking and throwing picks in that you kind of go, "What do you mean here?"
That's
not going to happen
in real life. Yeah, because it's gonna be at least 4 or 5 curveballs in the first round where some team is gonna pick some player who you had like a second or third round grade and is gonna get picked in the first round. Plus, there are 5 teams that have 2 picks, so that's 10 picks right there, just between 5 teams, and so that after that it's 12. I'm sorry, 22 picks left for everybody else. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, but that's all we got. So next week we'll have something else for you. Maybe throw in some trades, do a little bit back, but we have some more news for you next week. And what is this? I think it's the last week in April. April 20-something is the draft. So we got a while. So we got some time to really digest. You're going to get sick of mock drafts from everybody else if you listen to other content creators. So we'll see.
I think next week, I think we should think of what type of trades that can be done either pre-draft or during the draft that can affect what either is available or what we do. Because I mean, just like what people are saying, are we going to be aggressive? Are we going to try and trade up with Cleveland or somebody? Look at also Miami. Miami picks right before us, right at 11,
and now they need a lot of stuff.
And now they need a receiver. They need
definitely
a lot
need a receiver.
So
Jalen Tolbert is their second best receiver right now. That's how bad it is in Miami.
Who's their first best receiver? It was Waddle.
Who they picked up. Yeah, I forgot who they picked up. I mean, they have somebody named Washington. I mean, they have Tutu Atwell. Hold on, Dolphins.
Who did they pick up? They picked up Malik. They don't have a wide receiver one. They're gonna have to draft.
So it was Malik Washington, Jalen Tolbert, Tutu Atwell. That's the one I was thinking.
Yeah, and Tutu. And then they have he's like a.
But I think he's better than Tolbert. And then they have Terrence Marshall Jr. as well, the one from the Panthers.
Tutu is like 180 pounds. He's a little guy. He's not a wide receiver one.
I'm looking at their team. Their team is so bad. Like the only bona fide star they have is Achane. No, he's gone. But all they have is Achane, and then they just picked up Willis. But oh man,
how bad would you feel if you were Willis? Like you left the Titans and you're like, I'm gonna go there.
You're going to Tyreek, Waddle,
speed, and then you're like, wait a minute, what happened? Can I revoke my trade? But that's it. Next week should be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, so we'll see it, man. So, all right, man. Say goodbye to people. Let them digest all the information we just gave them.
Yes, sir. If you guys have any questions, make sure that you let us know in the chat. Looking forward to interacting with you guys. Make sure that you subscribe, like this, share it. If you do like this, share it with somebody that has never.
Tell a friend.
Yeah, tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
Be a friend. Tell a friend. But other
be the
than
change
that,
you want to see.
We'll see you next week.
All right.
Mm-hmm.